避けようのない死、逃げようのない終わり。結末を前にした時、本質は現れる。祈りも救いも不要。戦いは今日ここで終わる。その狭間でどうか見せてほしい。かつてそうであったように、人間のすべてが絶望の中で光を見出せるのかを。
Again, somehow I was able to win. More accurately, I somehow managed to stay alive. That was the most powerful opponent I faced up until now, and being asked who I was shook me a little. However, with the support of my servant and Ronnie, I have come to realize I can only go forward. Even if my only reason for doing so is that I fear death, I have a servant to fight for me and a beautiful, talented girl to help me. For now, I need to forget about my past and just continue forward as a master. Next combatants will be announced on the second floor bulletin board. The good old bulletin board, with that all too familiar white sheet of paper. This time I don't have to look at the name to know who my opponent is. The moment I walk in, I was assaulted by a murderous aura I associate with the man. His cold, callous eyes radiate a predatory gaze. None of the other masters try to intimidate me quite like this. My skin prickles like thousands of invisible needles have struck the nape of my neck and my chest. You're not flinching. You've improved. That's what makes Magi so special. They can make extreme progress in just a short period of time. As the man walks towards me, the air grows more oppressive with each step until I can hardly breathe. But that ends now. He whispers in my ear as he passes, close enough to touch my shoulder. The world, the Holy Grail, will be Glio's. There will be no deviation from this course. Unable to look, unable to breathe, I wait for his malevolent presence to slowly fade as he walks away. A dismal human being, his methods thus far have contained no beauty. My servant speaks with disdain. Let us show him how the liveliness of battle and spreading flowers and song in the battlefield. Such pomp is just as well, for it will also be his funeral. Jeez, as always, she has a knack for ignoring my insecurities and rambling on. But if she's trying to inspire me, that counts as being supportive. As soon as I arrive at the nurse's office, I tell Ronnie about my next opponent. When I tell her that I'll be fighting against Julius, Ronnie's jaw tightens slightly. Julius Bell-kissed Harway, the Black Scorpion, assassin of the Harway family. Wonder how Ronnie knows so much about Julius. After seeing the apprehensive look on my face, Ronnie continues her explanation. I'm afraid I can't tell you any of the details, but he's known to strike from the shadows to protect the scion of his family, Leo Harway. Like a scorpion, his stinger is sharp and his poison brings almost certain death. Recalling that foreboding sense of death sends a chill racing down my spine. It'd be accurate to say that, as an opponent, he's on an entirely different level. Even with extensive preparation, you still fall short of being able to face him. Therefore, I decided I will help you. My health has returned, so if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to ask me. An electronic chiming sounds from my terminal. The primary cipher key has been generated. I find myself recalling Julius's hollow, vacant stare. My opponent is a real assassin. One mistake and I might as well cut my own throat and save him the trouble for doing it for me. But I can't worry about that now. I have to go to the arena and find my first trigger. I'll help you as far as I am able. That's why I know you'll win, Hakuno. Ronnie's always so polite, isn't she? She's a delight. You don't got any snacks or anything for me this week? Well, oh, she's still alive. It comes as no surprise to me if one of the remaining masters were to win the Holy Grail. After this, 4 will be left, then 2. It'd be good to finally face you in the finals. Got anything for me, Toko? Oh, almost against my will, I find myself wanting to ask these sisters another question. Both of them seem to be extremely powerful magi, but why does the Seraph allow their existence? Ah yes, me and the Oxygen Thief. Unlike us, you masters enter through a specific gateway. As you're here for the Holy Grail War, you can only access specific parts of the Moon Cell. It's a little different for us. We're not here for the Holy Grail, but for the Moon Cell's network. In exchange for access to that network, we agreed to assist masters competing for the Grail. Until someone wins the damn thing, we're stuck here the same as rest of you. I see. Although not part of the Holy Grail War, they have been given master status. But what's so important to them that they're willing to choose to be trapped inside the Moon Cell? Didn't I already tell you? I'm looking for someone. A friend of a friend who's fell afoul of here. All I had to go on was, part of their mind was ensnared in the virtual world, and so here I am. As for me, I sensed a potential shift in the future and came to make sure nothing came of it. My detestable elder sister showed up at the same time, so we decided to set up shop here. Now, I'm kind of forced to stay here so I can keep an eye on her as well. This woman is hateful and evil, and her research is more Robert J. White than Marie Curie. Well, break is over. I need to keep searching. You too. Keep the chit-chat to a minimum. In an obvious attempt to end further conversation, Toko Aozaki loudly clears her throat. What's more disturbing than her rudeness is the fact that she never denied Aoko's accusation. Damn, I can't concentrate. I should probably go grab some more of those horde e-cigs. I didn't gain any levels, right? Let's see. I think I'm going to focus on defense for right now, considering I need defense, probably. I'm still getting my shit kicked in by some enemies. It'd be nice not to heal nearly as often. Agility, stabilizes damage stats, raises skill speed. Okay, skill speed's nice. Lowers damage done by enemies, obviously. That one might be high enough for now. I probably need to put in a shit ton of points in order to get anything higher than that. Magic ability, damage from magic. Might not be necessarily that important. There's no more casters in the war. Saber doesn't have any magic ability, so... I've heard that this stat's not remotely all that useful, so there's no point. So it'll probably be these two stats specifically to raise up. Probably try to get this up some more, or this. We'll see. Also try to get the one achievement thingy for giving Saber loads and loads of food. Or whatever. I'm not sure how much, but... Finally, what we've been waiting for. I've been paired with the worthiest opponents, our Harway. Your next opponent is part of the Harway clan too. Good luck to us both. We can share tips with each other. Oh, we're up that girl. Yeah, let's up by the commissionary first. Before going back upstairs and taking a look around. Okay. Oh man, I was sure your luck would run out by now. Anyway, congratulations on not dying. I assure you that we of the commissionary will continue to support your efforts. Alright, let's take a look at formal wear. New stuff. Master's EP15 significantly heals HP. Ooh, movement speed, nice. Yeah, just to get more of that. MP used 40. 50. I think the current healing thing is better for the moment. Because it still nearly heals her entire health bar, so I think I'm fine on that for the moment. Okay. You're still here. You advance too. At this rate, we might end up as opponents. Your opponent is Kuzuki. You have my sympathy. That one's dangerous. There's something ominous about him. You survived the 4th round? Funny, I never pegged you as a skilled master. May the Holy Grail continue to illuminate your path through the difficult battles ahead. Congratulations on surviving the 4th round, Hakuno. You're almost a real master now. Keep up the good work. The Holy Grail is within reach. May victory be yours. Alright, nobody's over here. We'll stop by there in a moment. Hey, you say. Hakuno, it's you. It seems that your next opponent is none other than Professor Kuzuki. Even if it was only temporary, he's one of us too. He was one of us. To think he would be fighting a friend. I guess the description conflicted emotions would be best used here. Nothing up here. Can I even go outside the multimedia room? Okay, no. Alright. Unless there's someone in the classroom, it's just... Oh, right, yeah, I'm on the 2nd floor, duh. Reen might be up here, maybe? Yep, she is. Did you actually manage to advance again? There's only 8 masters left. I think you're one of them is truly annoying. Thanks. Ain't nobody here. Oh.
時に奏者よ。そなたはなかなかに見どころがあるな。やはり道具は消費してこそだ。食事も娯楽もとにかく際限なく消費するから楽しいのだ。世を召喚したのもその気質ゆえか。ともあれ、もっと浪費するがよい。浪費上手は人生上手だ。ま、短く終わる一生ではあるが。
Okay, well I got one of them. I think that goes up 3 times or something? Assuming I didn't get one already. Because, hey, if I get something like I got the elixir, that would be worthwhile. Just want to make sure I didn't do it twice.
ついにあの男との対決か。これも因縁だが、天の意志とあらば飲み込もう。何？そなたには関わりのないこと、気にせずともよい。同じ名を持つなど、どこにでもあることだ。
Alright. Let's buy more items for the moment. Cheapo ones. Just so I can get that done and over. Try to get that done and over with. See what nice item I get for doing it. Alright. Buy items. Oh yeah, I didn't check to see if there was new stuff. Small amount of Master's HP, MP. Okay, all this stuff is stuff I have. Significant amount of servant's HP. Let's get some of those. Other than that, buy a fuck ton of yakisoba bread. Is the cheap? Oh no, it's not the cheapest actually. That is. What we go with? Yeah, let's go 50 just to be on the safe side. I'll just chomp those down in the arena or something. Now that we've reached round 5, there's only a handful of people left on campus. Including you, there are 8 masters left. Who knows, we might be facing each other next. Guess we'll have to wait and see, huh? I see the crazy girl didn't survive. Praetor, there's something that I must tell you about the arena. Never mind, it's nothing. Our enemy just changed its position, so be on your guard. Okay. Okay. Is that an enemy? No, I must be imagining things. Praetor, I feel uneasy. If there's indeed an enemy there, we may be in danger. Let's proceed cautiously.
良い成果を期待す
Oh
る
boy. The familiar black cloud strides into my field of vision. There's no mistaking that form, that gaze. It's none other than Julius, but even though we're in the arena, there's no sign of his servant. What could what could this? What a slimy predatory aura. What pride to appear before us without a servant. Praetor, let us make quick work. That's my line. What just happened? In the space of a second, the air grew thick, and then I heard a thud, as if something big hit the floor. But there was nothing there. There's no mistaking that Saber has collapsed on the floor. I couldn't see the enemy? It's over. Let's go. Not satisfied? Do you want to slice off their heads too? No, there's no need. I've hit their heart, which is enough, but... Yeah, that's enough. They're as good as dead. I see. Let's go then. Maybe it was my imagination, but Julius barely glanced at me before walking off. Julius turned away from me, melting back into the dimly lit passage like some kind of apparition. That voice must have belonged to Julius the servant. He said something pretty ominous. They're as good as dead. Saber isn't moving. I can't think of anything but that terrible sight. My strong, capable servant is lying helpless on the floor. Wiz came out on the wrong side of a surprise attack. Can't believe what I'm seeing. This can't be real. It's a dream, right? No, I can't wake up from this dream. It's real. What happened? How could I have been... I suppose this is the work of an assassin. But how did he eradicate his presence so fully? Presence concealment, bitch! Saber haltingly gets up. It's clear that she is worse for the wear. I'm sorry, Praetor. However, I'm glad you are fine. Saber! Seeing that I'm safe, Saber slides and releases and collapses again. I have to fix my servant as soon as possible.
Suman. 奏者よ。そなたの剣であると宣言しておきながら、このような失態を晒すとは。傷の痛みも耐えきれぬが、世は周知だけで消えてしまいそうだ。なので、あまりいじめないでくれ。そなたにそんな顔をされるのが何より辛い。
Saber rasps out the words as if forming them is taxing. Even though she's been attacked by the enemy servant, she's still more worried about me.
無理難題と承知しているが、頼む、マスター。今回はその手でこの体を守ってほしい。
No, it doesn't show a servant, even though we very clearly saw his servant that one time. Oh, whatever. I haven't processed yesterday's events yet. Saber fell asleep yesterday in our private room, but it's morning and my servant isn't awake yet. That's a problem. Looking at my servant, the words of Julius's invisible servant taunt me. Death is inescapable. Death. Is Saber going to die? My strong, wise servant who's always defended the stupid me that might really die? As much as my heart wants to deny it, my brain can't. Saber sucks in labored breaths, but doesn't awaken. I have to do something. Knowing I have to do something doesn't mean I know what to do. When I rush out of the room to collect my thoughts, I run into a concerned-looking Ronnie. Hakano, good morning. Oh, hi Ronnie. Good morning. Absentmindedly reply. You don't look so well. Has something happened? Ronnie's worried tone jumpstarts my addled mind into processing things again. The first thing I notice is that my face is stiff with worry. Belatedly, I turn and greet Ronnie with a smile. I'm glad to see you up and about. Yes, I'm fine. I've gotten enough rest now. Now it's you I'm worried about, Hakano. What has happened? Please tell me what you can. You provided me of a great service the professor said someone might someday, so I must repay you. Her professor? Ronnie talks a lot about this individual a lot. What kind of things have they taught her? Immediately after creating me, my professor said to me, find someone who treasures you for more than the doll that you are. For when I do, that's when I'll have a soul. That's why I've kept searching. And I found that someone, you, Hakano. You are so unlike my professor, and yet you are the one. Yes, you are my owner. So please, let me assist you. Owner? Seems like Ronnie has been looking for a protector to take the place of her professor. After an involuntary, somewhat bewildered silence, Ronnie goes on. Hakano, you have made me more whole, but I am beholden first and foremost to my professor. Up until now, I have thought of my duty was to understand the lessons my professor taught me. However, Hakano, I wish to aid you of my own free will, not for my professor, if you will permit. Of course I welcome her help. It's reassuring to know that even in the Holy Grail War, cooperation is possible. I'm luckier still that Ronnie is still so skilled. But being your owner is a little over the top. I wonder if a friend will do.
Hi.
A friend? If you wish, Hakano. Now, I ask not because I need proof of our bond, but may I link your portable terminal of mine, Hakano? I see no reason to object. I nod my assent and hand my portable terminal to Ronnie. Ronnie chants softly, and then suddenly the terminal blinks. That must mean it's connected. The linking was successful. Now we should be able to keep in contact with each other even when you're in the arena. Cool, now we can communicate anytime. I'm glad Ronnie's on my side. She smiles when I thank her. I like the vast experience of my professor, and on top of that, I have lost my servant. I'm still an alchemist of Atlas, and if there's anything I can help with, please ask. Anything. That's right, Ronnie may know a way to revive Saber. What, your servant was injured by the Black Scorpion? Is your servant okay? When I tell her my servant is still asleep in our private room, Ronnie ruminates for a moment. Your servant is still asleep in your private room? Will you please show me right away? I may know a way to revive your injured servant. Definitely not saying no to that. I nod curtly and accompany Ronnie to my private room. Saber should still be asleep there. This is... Your nerves, your magic circuits are in disarray. In layman's terms, that pipe that supplies magic to your servant has been blocked. A servant thrives off their master's magic. Without it, they cannot even sustain their body's existence. Your servant is sustaining their body on their magic alone right now. But that source is finite. Unless their master's supply resumes, they will perish in a few days' time. I have a grasp on the situation. I think I will think of something. Please come see me again later. I'll be waiting in my usual spot on the third floor hallway. Ronnie leaves the room. The look on her face is solemn. Frustration at my powerlessness wells up every time I see Saber in pain, but it's accompanied by the urge for me to get help fast. With Ronnie's help this evening, I'll form a plan of action. It's been hours since I spoke with Ronnie about it. Maybe she's found a way to help my servant. Guess she should head to the third floor. Oh, I see you're in fine health. Are you alone? Wherever might your servant be? I twirl around to find the source of the voice, but there's no one there. I don't sense anyone. But there's no mistaking that was the voice of Julius the servant. In other words, the malicious unknown man who incapacitated Saber yesterday. Just hearing the sound of his voice petrifies me and makes me break out in a cold sweat. I try to flee, but my body rejects the command. Haha, There's no need to be so tense. I merely happen to be taking a leisurely stroll of my own. So he's saying, if Julius isn't there commanding him to, he isn't interested in fighting me? Why such a surprise? I'm not so savage to deal death when there is no need. Although I do applaud that you've learned to be more cautious after your fight with Julius. He and I are kindred spirits, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I kill as often as him. The unseen servant laughs heartily. I get the impression that he's not the unrestrained killer Julius is. Listen, I only kill one person every fight. That means just one person will unequivocally die. But it seems your servant still lives. Take pride in that servant, O great Magus, for they evaded my first, if only for an instant. It's a pity that I'll be forced to kill an opponent before I've enjoyed more than any before. A pity? Maybe Julius' servant isn't the mad hellhound I thought he was. Then maybe he'd be willing to heal my injured saber. State your request. As much as I'd like to assist you, my fist brings only destruction. My fists are murderous things, only able to rend flesh and break the bones on the human body. The number that survive is 0, so as you can see, I'm no honorable warrior, just an executioner. So you must aid your servant with your own hands if I'm to have an enjoyable fight. Good day, then. I enthusiastically anticipate you and your servant's eventual retaliation. After those last words, the air is suddenly less tense. Did he leave? Anyway, right now, there's no sense in standing around wallowing in my own powerlessness. Where's your servant? Is something wrong? I see you fought with Kuzuki. Could be fatal if you don't restore your servant's magic. Ryan knows about stuff like that. You should go talk to her. Yeah, someone dealt your servant quite a bit of damage there. Nothing at the Commissionary can heal that extensive damage, but we aren't allowed to help either. The rules prohibit student council members from offering help, but I can still wish you good luck. Next opponent is Sinister. I caught him trying to hack into the student council. His goth aura gives me the creeps. I'm 100% behind you this time. So good luck, really. I wish I could do more. I'll take a look at the first floor stuff. Oh, Tiger. You look dejected. I know I'll cheer you up. Doing me another favor. What say you? Such a kind person, and kudos for staying positive. On my humble request, would you be able to track down something another student lost? It was a digital representation of a coin that has been in their family for countless generations. The anime question will be deleted in 2 days, so it don't take too long to find it. So glad to see you again, Hakuno. Congratulations and welcome back. This isn't a lunch, but I hope you enjoy it. Cool. Thank you, Sakura. What happens if I talk to Alcos since I can't enhance my servant? Wait, where's your servant? When the hell happened? Is that so? The stress of the alteration would be too much to handle until they recover. Have you picked up an enhancement spike? Using this item's ability will allow you to move rapidly through the arena. Aside from like timed missions and stuff, I don't see that being super terribly useful. Like for stuff like the treasure hunt from way back at the beginning, that would have been pretty nice for that. Let's see if Reen's up here still. Yep, she is. Wow, you look really depressed. Let me guess, did Julius Harway try to ambush you again? What? I'm right? I guess it's time that you started actually earning your victories for a change. Seems like you've taken a mighty blow, but I'm impressed you're still on your feet. But for now, you should concern yourself with the recovery of your servant. Hakuno, thanks for coming here to see me. As far as I can determine, Saber has a significant damage done to their magic circuits. your servant does not receive an infusion of magic soon, they won't be alive to see tomorrow. Dead by tomorrow? Whatever the case, what can I do before tomorrow comes? How can I supply them with magic? I have a solution that'll work, even if it is a curse that you won't break until you defeat your foe. Ryan looks directly at me and continues to speak in an almost indifferent tone. The solution to your problem is simple. I'll temporarily send my power to Saber. Ryan will send her? Is that even possible? I don't know where to begin. First of all, I can't even imagine how that'll work.
Hi.
There's a bit of preparation that needs to be done, but it shouldn't be an issue. First, I'll connect to the Holy Grail while you're back in the arena and open a temporary back door. Through it, I'll be able to send magic to your servant. Consider me a spare fuel tank if you must. Is that even possible? More importantly, how much stress will it put on Ronnie's body? I appreciate your concern, but it's the only way, Hakuno. However, if you disapprove, if Ronnie doesn't have a problem with it, then who am I to object? And it's not like I have a choice. So what do you need me to do? First, go to the arena and put this in a place that'll be easy to hack into. She says this and hands me a black cube. And this is... It's a bypass circuit. Once in place, it will allow me to provide a flow of magic into the arena. Once you're in the arena, I'll be able to walk you through the details. So for now, go to the arena. I'm glad I spoke with Ronnie. I'm sure everything will turn out okay, somehow. For now, I better head to the arena like Ronnie said.
Hi.
Let's discuss the details once you get in the arena. Please go to the arena first. Save fast. Maybe talk to Seba. You're still not doing too well. Okay, good. Saber's still breathing. What the heck was that attack? Not even Saber saw it coming. Till I figure out what happened, I can kiss my thoughts of victory goodbye. First things first, I have to get Saber to recover, or I won't even be able to explore the arena. Should ask Ronnie. I bet she would know. I did already. Did you expect me to go check on her first? I guess they expected me to talk to Nero first. Okay, good. Saber's still... What? Okay. It does that every time. Okay. Okay. Back to the first floor. Let's get in there. Can't feel your servant's presence. Did Sakuzuki manage to kill them off? I didn't think you were up to the challenge, especially with the Harways involved. Oh well. Can't believe you couldn't beat him even after using your noble phantasm. You did use it, right? Come again? You're still alive? That is inconceivable. I have no idea why you refrained from using your servant's noble phantasm. But thinking you could always win without using the big gun seems, I don't know, delusional. It's because Nero's a bitch, I won't use it. She specifically said she didn't wanna. Master, I'm correct in assuming that you're going to the arena. Very well, I'll be going too. My duty is to cross swords with the enemy. Your responsibilities, of course, lie elsewhere. I was planning on entering the arena alone, but Saber would have noticed immediately. It's obvious that my servant is in no condition to fight effectively, if at all. However, I have no choice but to have them join me. The fact that if I entered the arena alone, I wouldn't last a minute. The fifth round has arrived, and Saber said that they would fight, injuries and all. Knowing the consequences of my actions, I asked that you fight alongside me anyway. Of course, you probably expected nothing less from one you fought alongside with. I understand, Master. Now let us go. Do not worry. I will not fall to mere triumphs. Whatever. Seems you are able to get into the arena. As I said earlier, find the weak points in the arena's firewall and set up a bypass circuit. I'll guide you along, so please listen to my transmissions. Yeah, go ahead. And also, when I connect to the Holy Grail, that means I will link to you, Hakuno. I'll have to intrude on your files a bit, so please forgive me. Whatever Ronnie needs to do, she has my permission. If I want to carry out Ronnie's plan, I need to avoid contact with the enemy.
いかがですか? 問題はありませんか? 良好のようですね。では始めましょう。総学的にこの迷宮にはハッピングに適した3つの弱点があります。私はそこにマーカーをつけておきました。順番に見ていきましょう。
Those are enemies, right?
それが弱点です。弾 末を近づけてください。残念です。その防壁は手に負えない。チヨ。私は私の思うままにします。ありました。そこなら。
Oh, that was fast. Appears you found a place suitable for hacking. This portable terminal has got a signal. Shall analyze it in more detail to see if it's an appropriate place to set a bypass circuit. It's all on you, Ronnie. She responds quickly. Yes, that place is suitable to establish a bypass circuit. I'll circumvent the barrier by channeling magic from the Holy Grail that maintains the arena. I hear her whisper something. We won't know until we test it out, but it appears the bypass circuit was successfully created. And let's continue this on school grounds. No sooner have I replied acknowledgement that an aura of death sends chills through my body. I whirl around to see. I think your victory declaration may have been premature. Julius! Our prey is running free when they should be rotting. What is this? Did you take mercy on them? No, not at all. I'd say they were just as good enough to evade the full force of my strike. I see. Then this time, let's be sure to leave them corpses. My servant isn't in any condition to fight properly, but we have no choice but to defend ourselves. I'd never win challenging this fierce opponent while my servant is exhausted like this. I need to escape somehow, but I'm facing the harshest of all masters I've encountered so far. He and his servant are like a pair of hawks who would only revel in swooping down on their fleeing prey. I have to prepare for the worst. Hakuno, I'll perform a force withdrawal on you. Accompanying Ronnie's voice is a blinding light that comes shooting out of my terminal. No sooner than I hear Ronnie's words does the light expand around me. My vision goes white. All my senses are snuffed out. The bright light forces me to clench my eyes shut as I give my body over to a strong gravitational pull. My virtual body is compressed into a single point and removed from the arena. My consciousness condenses, like two dimensions becoming one, and then traveling to a far beyond. In that strange time-space, connection established. Are these his files? I hear Ronnie's voice. That cannot be. Her voice wavers as if she's so shocked she can hardly speak. He has no body. She softly mutters in searing truth. Save it in a separate slot just in case. Wonder how long I've been out. Last thing I remember from yesterday is Julius' attack and then being swallowed up by light. Still dazed, I move my head some. It appears my motor skills are intact and my body's okay. I'm sore all over, but I'm alive. I sit up and open my eyes. Good morning, Hakuno. I'm relieved you're awoken. You may have been asleep since the imposed withdrawal. Checking my portable terminal, I see a day has passed. Ronnie ejected me from the arena when Julius attacked. I've been in shock ever since, I guess. Thank goodness the arena is dense with magic. I would not have been able to extract you elsewhere. A silver lining in the dark cloud, I suppose. That's right, it's about the bypass circuit. Is it in progress?
Hi.
The bypass circuit is providing satisfactory influx, so I should be able to supply magic. What a relief. It's pure luck that Ronnie found a way to heal Saber just in time. By the way, do you mind closing your eyes for a while? Wonder why. Still as I do as I'm told. Please keep them closed until I say. Is it my imagination or is Ronnie really close by? Suddenly there's a soft touch against my lips. Is this another procedure that will supply my servant with magic? It's alright to open your eyes now. Just now I ran a program that interrupts the contractual bond between you and your servant. Should be able to supply magic to your servant directly from my own person. A soft sensation still lingers on my lips. When I look at Ronnie, she blushes and looks away. There's nothing questionable to my actions. You are my keeper. No, my friend. I'll just let this perform the ceremony in which I will supply magic to your servant. I shall have that done soon, so please come back this evening. I can't keep leaving everything up to Ronnie. If there's anything I can do to help. No, there's nothing you can assist with. However, I do have a request. Namely, I'm going to perform the ceremony in the nurse's office, so please do not peek. Don't peek. I suppose she doesn't want any distractions. I should do as she says and wait until the evening. Wonder how long it's been since Ronnie took Saber down to the nurse's office. According to the time on my terminal, it's not all that much time has passed. What if my anxiety comes from being in the middle of a war zone without my closest ally by my side? I guess I'll go to the library and wait around for her to contact me. Or maybe I should head straight to the nurse's office. Was your servant able to fully recover from their injuries? The best way to heal a servant? You idiot! You can't speak of such things in public! When I went to get supplies from the nurse's office, Ronnie shut me out. What is she doing in there? Saw Ronnie earlier. She seemed really unsettled. So unlike her. What could she have been up to? Actually, scratch that. I think I know. Interesting. Nothing in here. Leonard seems to fall into my traps and then just walk out of them. I don't know how to handle them. That reminds me, I saw Kuzuki heading to the multimedia room with something key-like in hand. I think it was something like a lapel badge. Who would enter the multimedia room with that? Oh, looks like I have another objective to look at. Oh, hello there, Hakuno. As soon as Ronnie showed up, I was unceremoniously shown the door. I wonder what she's up to. I could get fired for this. How am I supposed to do my job out here? I know that I was told to stay out, but I'm Saber's master. I can't help but be worried. What should I do? Don't give a fuck. I know what's going on in there. If it was my foxy waifu, I would be worried. The Takitarn asked her. It symbolizes remembrance. Oh, aren't you facing Kuzuki next? His eyes. No wonder how many times I look at them, I'll never detect a sliver of emotion. Yeah, okay, I figured she was gonna say that. So the time really passed, or does the game actually want me to try to take a peek? I think I'll prowl in the library until I hear from Ronnie. I better make the most of what time still remains. As I comb the bookshelves for more information, the presence of some unseen person distracts me.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, hello. The source of that voice could only be Leo. Wonder what he wants from me. I've come to bid you farewell, as I hear your next opponent is my brother. His brother? Is he talking about Julius? Oh, you didn't know? He and I are stepbrothers. Of course, that has nothing to do with his participation in the Holy Grail War. His only reason for being here is to protect the next head of the Haraway family. I wonder what he means exactly by I bid you farewell. There's no way you'll win. With that in mind, I wanted to say my farewells before your inevitable demise. Damn, the balls on this kid. Our skill levels may be different, but I have no intention of just rolling over and dying. Some things can't be overcome through strength of will. My brother is simply too skilled for you to defeat. That may be true, but you can't predict how our battle will end. There's no absolutes, especially in this world. Yes, I suppose you're right. There are no guarantees even for him. I have no arguments to offer. Lil gives a little nod as if in appreciation of the limits us mortals face. But I don't think that nod was for me. It was for his brother Julius. If heaven side against my brother, he is not the one to fight it. However, that discussion is for another time. In this case, I believe my brother will be victorious. But should he be defeated, then it'd be obvious that obviously be a result of bad luck, or perhaps he had no luck at all. How can he be so pragmatic about the possible death of his own brother? Why wouldn't Leo wish for Julius to be claimed victory? No, I would never go so low as to wish for victory of any kind. That is not the way of kings. As heartless as it may sound, my brother's victory or defeat would be of no consequence to me. His efforts will all be self-serving. If that effort doesn't benefit his lord, then it has no meaning. More to the point, his victory here will mean nothing, for I will be the sole survivor of this war. Eventually he'll die by my hand. Why then would I wish for success in the preceding rounds? Although if there's any consultation to be found, it'd be the fact that he'll have died for a purpose. My brother will be the foundation on which I build my rule, from which the masses will benefit greatly. So this is how Leo sees everything. So these are the true thoughts of the one who has been ordained to rule the world. My business with you has come to an end, so if you excuse me, I must be going. I've been meaning to have a serious conversation for you for quite some time now. As long as you believe you'll survive it till the end, farewells made now will be premature. We'll probably meet again, should the chance present itself. And just as he appeared, the sound of his footsteps managed to convey his regal bearing. I didn't need Leo to point out just how much more skilled Julius is at combat than me. However, I have no intention of giving up. After all, I'm not in this alone. Finish the magic restoration. Saber should be fine now. Come meet me on the first floor. You know, I was struck by something about your opponent when I passed him in the hallway the other day. Your opponent is a lot shorter than I expected. I was surprised. Okay. You're aware that Seraph is located on the moon, right? Yeah, the moon is in outer space, home to a processor that far surpasses any on Earth. Don't you find that the teeniest bit romantic? Hakano. Just like the terminal said, when I reach the first floor, Ronnie's waiting for me. My servant is behind her. Oh, Praetor, have you been well since I last saw you? When her eyes meet, Saber's face turns bright red. What's going on here? I wonder if something happened during the magical healing process. There's nothing to worry about. She squirmed a little, but as you can see, Saber's magic has made a full recovery. Full recovered, that's good. All's well, so ends well, though. Hopefully my servant will need special treatment again. All the details remain cloudy for now. I'll just be happy that Saber has recovered. Don't get any ideas, Master. Only in extreme circumstances would they submit to another's will in bed. That, Ronnie, I told her to at least keep some underclothes on. I was blindsided. Saber huffs, appearing displeased. Well, I ought to thank Ronnie. She looks worn out. Oh, there's no need to thank me. It was no imposition. I am a bit tired, though, so I'll return for bed for the remainder of the day. Don't flee, Ronnie. Our contest is not yet over. Ronnie bows and leaves. Saber keeps yelling at her as she leaves. What's all this animosity about? If you ask me, I'd say Ronnie's being strategically retreating. Animosity. That makes me think of Julius and his deaf servant. There's an overwhelming difference between us. I have to be able to retaliate, or I'll become digital debris. Don't worry, Praetor. I shall not fall prey to the same trick again. Now that I am well, I'll revisit the disgrace I have suffered upon their heads. What a bold assertion from one who just crawled out of their grave. Please, no. Not the cold rush of death again. By the time my senses revive, Julius has come to confront me. You, such blatant disregard for decorum. I shall repay you with a lesson in humility. I saw through your trick last time. You threw the surprise attack at me. Your fist penetrates your enemy's body with the bolt of magic, which disrupts their nerves. It's a secret Chinese technique that combines raw energy with martial arts. Yes, splendid. You seen through my move said that need no second strike. How marvelous, my opponent. With my fist I shall crush you into powder and grind you into the earth. This joy is a cheap liquor that I drink, but never am sated by. Right, Julius? If by joy you mean bloodlust, I have no interest. Be brief about your business. How about you, my enemy? You must take some joy in bloodshed. A ridiculous notion. The beauty of fighting lies in chivalry, not in base amusements. Many a disciple will mourn. There is no more wretched thing than a master becoming an assassin. You landed a blow below the belt. That is true, I have very much strayed off my path. The dark side is seductive, as any martial arts instructor knows. Like a snake eating its tail, death leads to blood, leads to death, leads to blood. Well, let's talk of bloodlust. Master, he intends to instigate a fight here. Are you ready? It's unavoidable. If we don't go on the offensive, we'll die here. We'll give it all we've got. Hold. Everyone freezes at Konami in a single word. Coming from him, that single word holds special weight. Now, I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but fighting on school grounds is prohibited. If you're so eager to kill each other, do it where I won't see, otherwise I'll have to stop you. If you choose to continue, I'll be forced to slap both of you with the penalty. What shall it be? We don't care, do we, Julius? My interest has waned. Let's go. I don't wish to be saddled with a penalty for ending this weakling. Fair enough. I, too, wish to avoid a dull fight. Julius leaves. His unseen servant follows, apparently. You'll save for the arena as well, I take it. That's a venue to vent your passion. With that said, Kotomine leaves. Well, if nothing else, I'm glad my servant is back to normal. Like Kotomine said, we can go back to exploring the arena. There's no time to stand around. I head off to the arena. But before heading back up, save real fast, just to be on the safe side.
ん？何をそう笑っている？何も特別喜ばしいことでもないぞ。なぜなら、世は必ずこうなると信じていたからな。なので礼は言わぬ。こんな当たり前のことを喜ぶのは終始笑わねばならぬ道化か。出かけに口づけを交わすのが日課の恋人同士ぐらいのものだ。連中ときたら何でも幸福に見えるらしいからな。世はそこまで甘くはない。なので世は全く嬉しくないぞ。本当だぞ。
Right, now we can finally go into the damn arena and do something. Let's realize how long that took. Okay, two things. Just want to make sure. Get my key, do that one quest, kill a shit ton of stuff, level up. Oh god, he is here. Damn it. Oh, there's a rare guy here too. I knew they were here. Now I'm in an exquisite condition. Let's extract some revenge. Can we, like, not fight them? That shit never goes very well. Let's follow this path first. Bees! A blazing soul. Alright, let's write down some attack. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5. A. Let's go with attack. These things usually just did attacks. They didn't use busters or attacks, so it'll be easier for me to keep track. Well, except for the last one, obviously. So use the skill in the second one. Try the same thing again.
よい始めよう。期待に応えよう。
Buster. Buster.
検討したな。
Wow, that's a lot of experience points. Jeez.
クルーは世の役目。そなたは控えておれ。はっけ散らす。
Necrophobia. Okay, this guy could probably be very irritating. Just stick with attack. Hopefully this doesn't fuck me over.
行くぞマスター。さて返上するぞ。
Oh, okay, cool.
検討したな。
Jeez. Got most of that attack pattern.
前だ。剣を振るうても踊るというもの。 ま、行くぞ。
Alright, second attack is break, which was the same as the last one too. I'll try the exact same attack pattern that he did last time. Just to be on the safe side.
任せよ。
Okay, so it looks like that was the exact same attack pattern as before.
ふん。よしとしよう。ではないか、マスター。もっと蓄えるがよい。嬉しいぞ、奏者よ。
Oh my god. It's so slow. I'll just eat 5 right now. Need to eat a fuck ton of curry bread. Okay, these things used to block a lot, I think.
蹴散らす。
Oh boy. Well, new enemy, so. Need to make my notes correct. Okay, that's a punishment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack. Blank. Okay. Let's try that.
行くぞマスター。そこを動くな。そこを動くな。答えよう。
That went well.
ふん。よしとしよう。ではないか、マスター。 行くぞ。
Okay. Oh, third attack is guard again. Considering how I only know one attack pattern for these things, I still need to check. So I'm basically back where I was yesterday. Okay, I thought that was him. Nope. Not ready for that yet.
ま
No idea what this is. 3, 4, 5. A. It could be the same pattern as it's been using the entire time, so we'll try that first.
共に勝利を
Crap, I was off because of how fast that was. I didn't catch any of those. It's what happens when I don't actually do the same attacks every single goddamn time. It looks like one of my thingies is over there. Is that the quest? Was that the quest one or not? A whole other area over there that I can't get to without going to him. Well, looks like we're gonna have to go over to him.
宝というのはいつの時代でも高揚するな。
I don't understand. You know the difference between our abilities, so why would you come after us? This has gone beyond ignorance. I'll happily crush your imbecilic exuberance underfoot. Take us too lightly. We have suffered defeat before, but this time it will be different, fool. Well said. Julius, would you leave this to me? Yes, we would be in trouble if you couldn't handle it yourself in the 6th round. Do as you will, please. You have my thanks. Now then, young one, how about you gamble your life with that pride of yours? I'll make 3 strikes this fight. If you can hit me within that time, you win. Decent terms, right? A wager, how exciting. Very well, I'll play along with your provocation, assassin. Right, then let's begin. Taste the fist of an assassin.
任せよ。一周に付してくれる。
始めるか。
いざ。
Oh boy. Ow.
収めるか。持った方だな。
行くぞマスター。ミューズの加護を至高の芸術を守りたまえ。
部の通り身をもって知れ。指揮を収めるか。
そなただけは守る。
Well, this isn't working too well for me. So he's only guarding. You stood your ground, Julius. They are not insignificant warriors you think they are. We managed to survive. Julius the servant was true to his word and always struck back at intervals. I could easily imagine that one of those strikes could have made a direct hit could be fatal. Only one more thing more troubling than that stealth is the fact that I could do nothing about it. Saber evaded her opponent nicely, but the uncertainty of where the attacks would fall exhausted her. If not for the system's limitations, we would have been obliterated. The warning bell is rung. Luckily for you, I'll stop here. I would prefer to continue in a more appropriate venue. Until then, build your strength for me. After expressing anticipation for our future battle, the servant disappears. Julius glances our way and follows suit. We must deal with the fact that his aura cannot be detected. Yeah, Julius' servant possesses the really convenient ability to make himself invisible. Unless we identify and eliminate it, we might as well consider our victory out of reach. There are 3 days left for the preparation period. In that time, we have to dismystify his technique.